AI has improved dramatically in the last few years, and I am pretty certain that this will change the world in big ways. It's not easy to say exactly what will happen to the world, but there will be big changes, and I have some ideas on how our lives might be different in 10 or 20 years because of this AI revolution. And in case you haven't followed this closely yourself, I will just give you a few quick examples of how good AI is these days. So this is ChatGPT 4.0, which is the latest and most popular AI tool. And it can do all sorts of things. It can generate images, it can look at images, and it can, search the web, give you answers to all kinds of questions. I've been using this daily now for a few weeks, and it is really powerful and it is correct most of the time. So let's start with giving it a PDF and asking it to summarize it. This is a leaked document from MrBeast, the YouTuber, and I'm curious what it says. So let's see. Please summarize this document in 300 words or less. So this PDF is 36 pages of text, and I read it yesterday, so I know exactly what it contains, and let's see how good a job ChatGPT does of summarizing it. Oh, 300 words apparently is quite a lot. Do 100 words, please. And I love this aspect of it, that you can adjust your question really casually to get what you want. The document How to Succeed in MrBeast Production is a guide by MrBeast, Jimmy Donaldson, for new team members. It emphasizes creating the best YouTube videos, focusing on key metrics like CTR, AVD, AVP, categories employees in the A, B, and C players, stressing that only A players, obsessive and exceptionally skilled, thrive. Highlights the importance of creativity, accountability, and understanding cultural trends. Encourages proactive problem solving, effective communication, and continuous improvement in content creation. And I would say that this is a pretty good summary of the document. This is obviously really powerful. Let's give it an image. This is just a random image I took in the Stockholm subway the other day. Where is this image taken? Please make a guess. And while it is thinking, I'll just show you the image. This image appears to be taken in a subway or metro station. The escalators and the Miss Lift sign in English and another language suggest that it could be in a bilingual country. The modern design, clean appearance, and signage might suggest it's in a city with a well-developed public transportation system. Given the languages and style, it could potentially be somewhere in Southeast Asia, such as Singapore. It's wrong here about Asia, but I still think it is pretty impressive how well it interpreted this image. Let's take another one. This is from the other day when I was in a forest and saw an insect hotel that someone built. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about it. This is a small handmade insect hotel situated in a natural setting, likely in a forest or wooded area. I mean, this is great. The sign reads Insect Hotel, which translates to Insect Hotel in Swedish. I mean, this is amazing. Let's ask it also to make a thumbnail for a video about AI in the future. Please generate a thumbnail image for a YouTube video about the future of AI. Let's see what we get here. Nice. Although it is square. I would have preferred an image with the right proportions, but still, it's pretty good, and it's getting better all the time. So my point with showing you this is that already today, these AI tools like ChatGPT is really, really good at the kind of work that a lot of people around the world is doing, like administrative tasks, summarizing text, writing texts, all kinds of like knowledge work. It can already do that better than many people. And the same thing is happening within programming, like developing applications, stuff like that. AI is already a big help, and I think that pretty soon it will probably be able to replace programmers even. And imagine that. Imagine having a worker that is quicker, more correct than a human, and also works for free or like really, really cheaply. Maybe you pay a low monthly fee to the AI company to have this worker, and you could have hundreds of them. And they will never argue with you. They will never get bored or like be lazy at work. They will just be really effective, very fast, and do what you ask them to do. And since AI can also generate all kinds of images and music, stuff like that, I think that pretty much every occupation is in some kind of danger of being replaced by AI. One thing that is not yet certain is how many original ideas that AI will be able to come up with. It is inherent in this type of tool that is used today, the LLMs, that they are not that good at coming up with new ideas. They are really, really good at synthesizing and summarizing existing ideas and information and delivering that in different ways. But I think it is possible that they will never become better than humans at actually producing original new ideas. So there might be some hope for artists and musicians that are good at coming up with new things. I mean, for example, the other day I was browsing through this book with the work of H.R. Geiger. Really unique art. This guy really invented a very unique style. And I wonder if AI tools will ever be able to replace human in that regard, like creating original ideas, original art. That is still to be seen. I'm not certain if they will be able to replace us in that regard. But it is very clear that already today AI tools can do many things that humans can do better than humans, especially when it comes to processing information in different ways, doing simple tasks regarding information. At the same time, we have seen that humans are pretty slow when it comes to adopting new tools. Even if there are powerful AI tools, I think it would probably take like 10 or 20 years before they are used everywhere where they could be used instead of humans. So I think this will not happen overnight. It will happen gradually, as we have seen with other technologies. For example, the internet was rolled out in the mid-90s, and it took until maybe 2015 or so before the whole potential was starting to become fully realized. So that's a period of around 20 years, and I expect that the AI revolution will also roll out in that kind of time frame. But I am pretty certain that this will lead to higher unemployment rates when AI become more and more efficient, proficient, and good at doing people's jobs every year. Of course, companies will start replacing employees with AI as much as they can, and it will probably become pretty simple to do this in the future. So what will happen then? Well, the logical conclusion is that the unemployment rates will rise a lot. I don't know, maybe 20, 30, 40% over time. And also, the companies that will profit from this is obviously the companies that provide the tools for AI. Companies that produce the software, like OpenAI, companies that produce the hardware, like Nvidia, they will become extremely rich, extremely powerful. So it feels like the natural conclusion is that in like 20, 30 years, a lot of the money in the world will be concentrated in very few companies that own these AI tools. And we will see a development within robots as well, of course, physical robots that can do work such as taking care of people in hospitals, maybe even carrying out surgery, I don't know. So I think these companies will benefit greatly, and a lot of power and money will come into their hands. But what happens when a society gets very high unemployment rates? Well, people will not be happy, and it might even become dangerous. There could be violence. So I think that most countries would probably have to have some kind of universal basic income system, and a lot of that money will probably have to be taken from the AI companies, because they will be the ones that make all the money in society. And I think that if we manage to roll this out in a good way so that people can still have an income and pay their bills and make a living even though they might not have a job in the traditional sense, that is probably the best way to navigate this as far as I can see today. So what will all of these people do? The unemployed people? I don't know. Maybe they will have to do something artistic. Maybe they will have to develop hobbies to have some kind of sense of meaning and purpose in their lives. So in that sense, I really hope that AI will not become better than humans in every area, in every regard. It would be nice, for example, if humans could still be the only ones that could produce novel, new ideas within art and music and stuff like that, because then maybe that would be our purpose, us as humans. It would be nice if we still had an upper hand in some kind of area. That is my hope, at least, because otherwise I think we have a pretty dystopic future. If AI tools would be better than humans in everything, including art, music, every kind of job, yeah, then what's the purpose of us? I think humans easily would become very depressed if we don't have a purpose, if we are not good at anything. I think that could lead to many problems. What do you think? These are just some random thoughts from me. I don't claim to hold the answer to everything. These are just some guesses. Please comment if you have any guesses on what the future will hold. And see you soon again in the next video.